they really have anger issues. Wengine wanasema eti akitaka kuongea eti kama neno haitoki atakupiga or apige chini, kitu kama hiyo. Kitu kama hiyo. I've also heard of eti ukipika ugali then ako hapo karibu na alikuwa anaongea na ufunike hiyo sufuria hivyo haraka. He or she is not going to talk. Yeah. Hello guys, welcome to the OK Show, and as always my name is Omkoko Kenya. Happy new month and hope you're receiving many blessings. It's October, the month of stammering awareness, and today we have the founder and the CEO of Listen to Us initiative for stammerers. Welcome.
Thank you very much. I feel at home already. Yeah, and as you have mentioned, October is a very important month for us because it's the only time that we get to talk about persons who stammer openly.
Yeah. It is a difficult thing. Okay. Maybe it is not more in the community, or we don't have so many people who stammer. Okay, before we continue, just tell us your name.
Okay, thank you. My name is Erick Sande, and I often tell people that it's Erick Sande or any other day of the week. So you can call me Monday, Tuesday, and even Friday.
Wednesday.
Yes. I am a youth with disabilities advocate. I am also a CRPD fellow, that is to say, Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities fellow, trained by International Disability Alliance. And I have stammered for as long as I can remember, since childhood.
Okay, how are you dealing with it? Because maybe watu wameanza kuona show yetu and they're like, okay, really? Is he a starter? Okay, you tell us more. Okay, is this thing common? Like growing up, how was it when you were growing up? How was it? Yeah, was it difficult? How was school like? Everything? How was it before you went to school? Because there is this season before you go to school. How was it like?
Well, my childhood days were normal as any other regular child. But in the African setup, and particularly the community where I come from, stammering is often considered as a non-issue because they think that one could stammer at his or her early age, and then somewhere when growing up, the stammer magically disappears. But we know that that is not the case, because even in the Bible, one of the greatest leaders in the Bible was actually a stammer by the name called Moses. And he stammered from childhood to adulthood. So we know that there are very many people who stammer through their childhood and even to adulthood. So I will say some survey has been done around the world, and it is estimated that around 3% of the total population are actually persons with stammer. So ideally, everyone else at some point they experience stammering, but now the degree or the severity of the stammer is what differs.
Okay.
So during my childhood and even my school days, people could actually openly laugh at how I would talk, and it was normal for them. And that is why even today stammering is the only disability that is considered as a shame, because people can actually laugh at you, and that is something that negatively impacts on the stammering community in our society.
You know, I was to ask you, some people even don't know if at all stammering, it is part of a disability.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe just tell them, is it a disability or is it not a disability?
Well, even in the disability movement around the world, people are moving away from the health approach to disability to more of a human-based rights movement towards now disabilities. So as of now, whether stammering is a disability or not, this is something that has been a conversation even within organizations of persons who stammer themselves, because we also have our members who consider the condition as not being a disability. But having said that, we all know that the United Nations conventions for the rights of persons with disabilities, CRPDs, has a definition of what is a disability and what is not. And this is majorly considered on the barriers that are occasioned by the type of disability one has. And even back to Kenya, the Persons with Disabilities Act 2003 actually acknowledges that persons with speech impediment can actually be categorized as persons with disabilities. Because now we face barriers in the aspect of communication, and that is now our category of disabilities, that we face hurdles when we try to communicate.
Okay. What are some of the challenges you faced while, like this, you are an adult right now? So there are some of these challenges maybe you want to date, or maybe like you haven't coped up with the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is there a time that you didn't accept yourself? Maybe something of sort. As an adult, you are not ready to accept. Okay, yes, I started, and how do I manage this thing? How do I live with this thing?
Well, my story is not unique from others. I have always said that my story has been echoed by very many other stories of the persons who stutter. And having been part of the Stammering Kenya, I realized that some of the challenges and even the barriers that I went through as a child and even as an adult has also been echoed by others. And so personally, I consider myself as an outgoing person. I am an outdoor person, you know. But now somewhere along the way, I was coerced by my speech impediment to be isolated from the society, because, you know, of the shameful nature that comes with the condition, and also when people outrightly laugh at you in a social gathering, somehow you feel crushed, and so you run back to your lonely cocoon. So I will say that some of the major challenges are actually discrimination, coerced introversion, and depression. Because now you are an outgoing person, but you are now coerced to be isolated from the society, you cannot fully participate in the activities of the your social circle. So that now crashes even your self-esteem, and you are left now lonely, and now you are left now depressed.
You're even forced to be an introvert. There is someone whose status that is watching us. Okay, how can you tell that person maybe he or she doesn't know how to deal with the depression? Okay, how are you dealing with that, such discrimination, depression, harassment, all of it?
Well, it starts with self-acceptance, but it is not an easy journey, because for me it has taken me about 20 years or so to actually accept that I am a person who's stammer. And I came out publicly when I was doing leadership development program at Emerging Leaders Foundation. So the journey of accepting that you are a person who stammer, it is actually individualized, and it is unique to from one person to the other. So it's a long journey, and it's a difficult journey. But what I can tell the stammering community out there is that do not be hard on yourself. This is something that eats you from inside, when actually those who are around you do not really consider it really as an issue.
Yeah.
So it has to start from you first.
Okay. So what can you tell us about your initiative, Listen to Us initiative?
When I founded Listen to Us, I had just completed my program at Emerging Leaders Foundation, and I had also just joined the Stammering Kenya, where we are a group of the stammering community in Kenya, where we support each other through this difficult journey. So what pushed me to start my Listen to Us was that I realized that organizations of persons who stammer operate in isolation, because this is a disability category of which we are supposed to operate in unison with the disability movement in Kenya. But I realized that even when you go to a table where they are discussing matters to do with disabilities, you are most likely to find physical persons with hard of hearing, persons with the blind, but you will not find on that table a person who stammer. So I realized that the stammering community has been isolated from the society, both from the mainstream organization and organizations of persons with disabilities. So what pushed me was that I will endeavor to ensure that even organizations of stammering community should also be included fully, both in the society and in the disability movement. So at Listen to Us, we endeavor to ensure that the stammering community is fully included in the society, so that be it education, be it employment areas, in all aspects of life, so that we also feel like we are part of the same society as others.
You're doing a very good work. Yeah, last year I remember I was graced to MC your function at Alupe University Stammering. They were celebrating this month. So I have had so many myths about stammering. I'll just say one and maybe tell us the myths that you have also had along your journey. Yeah, I've heard that people who stutter or people who stammer, they have anger issues. I don't know if at all of them it is true. I really don't know because I've interacted with some and I really haven't seen if at all they have anger issues. Yeah, but people outside here believe that people who stammer, they really have anger issues. Wengine wanasema eti akitaka kuongea eti kama neno haitoki atakupiga or apige chini, kitu kama hiyo. Kitu kama hiyo. I've also heard of eti ukipika ugali then ako hapo karibu na alikuwa anaongea na ufunike hiyo sufuria hivyo haraka. He or she is not going to talk. Yeah, vitu kama hizo.
Well, there are so many myths and misconceptions that have been peddled around stammering, and one of them being the one that you've mentioned, that one of anger issues, because it is evident that persons who stutter have it is difficult now to control your emotions, because when you are over excited, you are likely to stammer. So and this is normally oftenly confused now to be an anger issue.
Okay.
So it is not right, and also there have been many other myths. The likes that when someone who stammer is having a soda and you take that bottle top,
yeah,
and you put it upside down,
yeah,
he or she will have very many blocks and difficulties to utter a word.
okay.
All those are myths peddled around the stammering community.
Yeah.
But in real sense, persons who stammer are just, for the lack of a better word, I'll use regular as any other person, because any other regular person also has issues with anger.
Yeah, of course.
They also have issues with the stage fright. So if you take a regular person or a person without stammer, and he's in front of huge crowds, at some moment they also often freeze due to stage fright.
Yeah,
So this is not only attributed to persons who stammer alone.
What can you tell families that have children maybe who stutter, or what can you tell people who stutter out there? So we can start with the parents, families, or people who are dating people who stutter. Yeah, ladies or men.
I will start with the dating, because while in our monthly meetings, I realized that dating has been an issue for persons who stammer.
Yeah.
It has been a very big issue, especially girls with stammer, because scientifically stammering manifests more in boys than girls. Out of maybe 10, you'll find that 2 girls.
Yeah.
So
they're really rare to find them.
yes. So dating life is difficult, starting from kukatia dem, So I would say families and friends must build up a strong support system to the stammering community, because for a person who is blind, the support system that maybe they will need is maybe a white cane and a guide. For someone who is physically challenged, they will maybe need a wheelchair. But for someone who has stammer, they need a strong support system from families, friends, and even their girlfriends. Because in a day, you can find that you will have some episodes of low moments, and so you will need someone who understands that, and that has to come from your family members, your teachers, employers too. So we need to have a strong support system in all spheres of life, so that we also feel included in the society.
Okay. So those people watu wenye wanataka kukatia, they should not fear it, wanataka kukatia, and those girls who stutter. Mmoja kuna watu wenye, you know, when I was in school, in high school, there is this one girl who was stuttering na alikuwa anaogopa sana. Yeah. So watu they should not fear.
And there's this cliche that goes that we are cute when we stammer. So you can actually fall in love or find a girl or a boy when you stammer, because come on, we are cute when you stammer.
that is really nice. That is really nice. And so as we finish, where can people find you maybe?
I self-advocate for the stammering community and persons with disabilities at large. So if you want to particularly find a stammering community support group, we are on Facebook. We are called the Stammering Association of Kenya. On Twitter too. And also we have our social handles for Listen to Us initiative, both on Facebook and Twitter. And also, if you want to reach me personally, because I also advocate for the stammering rights and disability rights, you can also reach me through my social handles. Facebook, I go by the name Sande Erick, and also Twitter. And we are planning for an event because this month, October, is a stammering awareness month, but it will culminate to an international stammering awareness day that happens on 22nd of October every year. So we shall also plan for an event this year, and we are calling out for the stammering community to come out, both in Busia County, because currently I'm based in Busia County, so we shall have our national celebration in Nairobi, and also we shall also have our Busia chapter in Busia County.
That is really nice. So you can tell those people maybe who have not yet registered as disabled, their status, but they don't know how to register, or they don't know where to start. You can tell them maybe. Okay. They're just there in the dark, they don't know nothing.
So guys, stammering is also considered as a disability under Persons with Disabilities Act 2003. It's a parliamentary act in Kenya. So the body that is responsible for registering persons with disabilities in Kenya is called the National Council for Persons with Disabilities, and they have their offices in all the 47 counties. So if you are in Busia, they have their office at county commissioners' premises. You can visit their office, and they will guide you on how to register as a person with disability under the speech impediment category, and also all the other categories of disabilities in the county, you are also encouraged to come out and register, because we want to be part of the society and also part of the government.
That is really nice. So what can you tell those people who do not stutter? They don't stutter, so what can they do for those people who stutter?
We've never thought of it that way, but as they say that advocacy is a two-way traffic for both persons with a disability stroke stammering and those without. So we also encourage persons who do not stammer or who do not have disabilities to create a favorable environment for their brothers and sisters with disabilities, to ensure that we are part of the same society that we live in. And also, if we have any other programs, we encourage you to come and celebrate with us. Specifically, we invite you to our International Stammering Awareness Day on 22nd of October in Busia. We shall communicate in all avenues of social media and mainstream media.
Okay, as we finish, thank you so much for coming to our show. And as we finish, if at all you're out there and you stutter, come out, speak out. And if at all you don't stutter, listen, give them time, listen to them, listen to us initiative. Follow Erick Sande, or you can even contact him on Facebook, Erick or Sande, those people who stammer and those people who have kids that do stammer. And if at all you want any advice on anything to do with stuttering or stammering, thank you so much for watching us. My name is Omkoko Kenya. Let us meet next time.